Hello my friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it's my job to help you build your confidence and creativity through card making. Today's card is this one. It's a Mother's Day card. I used the Pansy Patch stamp set and the Pansy dies to create this card. I love this stamp set and I love these dies. You can do so much with these two. It's very versatile. So if you want to see how to make this card here, please keep watching. So for this card, it does require a little bit of stamping. Before we get into that, let me tell you about the Pansy Patch bundle. Right now, the stamp set and the die set are bundled. You save 10% when you buy them together. After May 2nd, they will still be sold, but they will be separate. So you'll have to buy the stamp set and the die set separately. You will not save 10%. The stamp set comes with 23 photopolymer stamps. They're just beautiful. This is a two-step stamp set, meaning you use two or more images or stamps to create one image. And the dies, there are 21 dies in here. You can make die cut flowers or you can die cut the images from the stamp set. That's what I did for this card. We're only using one die out of the 21, so there are 20 left in here, but I just wanted to show you a real easy way to use this stamp set. This stamp set can be very overwhelming for new stampers, so I do recommend this for casual to avid stampers. But if you love the flowers, if you love pansies and you want to get into it, this one is a really good one to get you started and to ease the overwhelm of this stamp set. We are using several different stamps. I have my scrap piece of basic white here, and we're using 4 different ink colors. I have Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Daffodil Delight, and Shaded Spruce. We're going to be using all 4 of those, and we're going to be using, let's see, 1, I may have to move my card, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stamps and a sentiment, so 7 altogether. I'm going to show you just how to make these pansies. So to make the pansies, first we're going to start with Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. I'm going to move my leaves out of the way because I don't need those quite yet. I think I do. I have a stamp stuck to the bottom, so we're using 8 stamps. I lied. But we're going to start with our purples. So there is Gorgeous Grape. Here is Highland Heather. We're going to start with Highland Heather. I think I'm going to need a little bit more room to bring in my scrap paper. So what I've been doing is I've been cutting down my grid paper when it gets kind of mucky, and I've just been saving it so I can keep my paper here beautiful for you guys. So we're going to start with our more solid stamp. I'll show you here. It's this one. So that one is like our background, and then this one will be our detail. Same for this. That's the background, detail, background, detail. So we're going to start with this background one, the more solid one, and we're going to do that in Highland Heather. I'm just going to ink this up. We need 5 of these pansies, so I'm just going to ink this up 5 times. So there's our Highland Heather background. I'm going to move that stamp to the side. Now we need our Gorgeous Grape. I'm actually going to get Highland Heather out of the way so I don't get confused. So now I have Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to ink this up. But before I put it down over our pansy here, I'm going to stamp off to the side on my grid paper. And these are really easy to line up because they are photopolymer. They are see-through, and if you don't get them perfect, it's okay. If you look, I'll show you the sample card again. They're not all exactly the same. Some are off a little bit, but you really can't tell because there is just so much detail in these stamps. So I am just going to continue on with the Gorgeous Grape 3 more times. So now that's all finished. We need our inside. So what I did is, you could do black. I just thought, I tried it with black. I thought it was a little bit too harsh. So we're going to use this big inside piece. I'll show you on the stamp set. There are 2 inside pieces. We're going to be using this big one with the Gorgeous Grape. And again, 5 times. Just ink that up and you can see it lines up. And we're not stamping off. This is full strength Gorgeous Grape. And you can see the color variation. It's a little bit darker. And again, you do not have to get these perfect, because once everything comes together, you really can't tell if you were off a smidge or not. And I think it looks better when it's off a little bit. Now we're going to take, where's the other one? There it is. Our little piece here. I'm just going to grab an A block. So we're going to be using this one and then come back in with that Highland Heather. And you can see there's a little center. I'm trying to keep that. You can actually, I'm probably doing it upside down. Trying to keep that more towards the middle because we're going to fill that in with a little bit of Daffodil Delight. Just like that. So for now, we're done with these. I'm going to close them so I don't put my hands in them. And then I'm going to grab, we're going to use our shade Spruce, but just in a minute. I need a block for my this little tiny dot. We'll grab a G block. This little tiny dot is what we're using in Daffodil Delight. And we're just going to ink that up and put that right in the center. And again, does not have to be perfect. Some of these are way off, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. That one's way off. What I'm going to do with like some of these that are really off. I'll show you. Once the card comes together, you'll see it is perfectly okay. So that is it for Daffodil Delight. Now I'm going to take my die and I'm going to go die cut 5 of these, and I'll come back and we can finish our stamping. So now that we have our pansies die cut, we're going to finish up our stamping. I have a piece of basic weight here that is 5 by 3 3/4. All the measurements and supplies I've used can be found on my blog. The link to the exact blog post for this card is in the description of this video. Now we're just going to do our leaves and stamp our sentiment. Now for the sample card, I did use Happy Mother's Day. This is from a very old retired stamp set called Itty Bitty Greetings that will be listed on the supply list, though, just in case you want to search for it. It is not currently available through Stampin' Up. For this card, though, I'm going to use the Love You Much from the Pansy Patch. My grandma used to say that to me all the time when we'd be on the phone, you know, to get off the phone, love you much, bye. So this card is inspired by her. She loved pansies. I used to plant them in her garden every year. She's been gone almost 20 years now, but I still, when I see that stamp, it reminds me of her. Pansies remind me of her. So we're making this card for my grandma today. We're going to take our shaded spruce and our solid leaf background part. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the pansies. I'm going to ink it up in the shaded spruce and stamp off. And then we're just going to kind of randomly stamp these around. It really does, if you want to lay out your pansies and try to get it, you know, perfect or as near perfect as you can, that's fine. I just kind of randomly put them about. I have some of them kind of going off the page. I tried to do 2 for each one, but sometimes I just did 1. It just really depended. We do need 5, so I got 2 there. Do another one like this maybe. I kind of want to make it a little more random than I made the sample card. Another one going up like that maybe. And then another one going, oops, I didn't stamp off. I almost forgot. Another one going that way. Stamp off again. Another one coming like out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. We'll do one down here. And then I can take another, oh nope, it's here. This is our detailed. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the pansies. Go in with that shaded spruce. Do not stamp off and just kind of line it up. And again, does not have to be perfect. However it looks, because we're going to be covering most of it up with a pansy anyway. So really doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. Try to get the best I can. A couple more. I move my ink pad. And it really is easy to line these up with these clear photopolymer stamps. Now I'm going to get the shade spruce out of the way because I've about put my hand in it 5 times. We're going to go back in with the gorgeous grape and our sentiment, love you much. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right here. I just kind of want to line it up a little bit, make sure it's not super crooked. Perfect. And then if you have a happy Mother's Day, or you can even make this a birthday card, there is a happy birthday stamp in this set. However, you can do that on the inside. Now I'm going to lay out, I can get this out of the way so it doesn't distract any of you. But now we're going to lay out our pansies. I kind of want one there, one there. And I just like to kind of roughly lay them out. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put 2 of them down with Stampin' Seal. And the other 3 we're going to pop up with dimensional. So these 2 on the end that are kind of hanging off, we're going to put those down with Stampin' Seal. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a little bit of seal between those flowers. And then just kind of place it. Same thing down here. And you can use liquid glue, glue dot, whatever you have. And I kind of turn that one to the side a little bit. And then these 3 will pop up with dimensionals. Looks like I am out of dimensionals, but I can show you my fancy dancy trick for that. I just cut the edges because they're just as sticky. So I cut the edges to make new dimensionals. I did have one left on there. And they're the same height, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Let's pop that. I'm going to turn that one that way though, I think. That one going like that. And that one that way. And now what we're going to do is grab your scissors, your paper snips, and I'm going to flip it over, and anywhere that I see a pansy kind of hanging off, I'm going to cut it. Same thing on this side. I'm going to chop that right off. And now it looks like it's part of the paper. I love that effect. I think it looks really cool. So now we can put our card together. I have a piece of Highland Heather to layer this panel on. And then I have a gorgeous grape card base. Again, all the measurements are on my blog. To get to the blog post specifically for this project, just click the link in the description of this video. We need to put an inside piece, and again, you could stamp the inside. I didn't for this one. But if you wanted to make this a birthday card or a thank you card or any type of card, I like this as a Mother's Day card. And then we're not done yet because we have to add some bling. So I have some iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. I'm just going to grab the take your pick tool. And I'm just going to use these tiny ones because I really don't want to take away too much from the pansies. But I got to have some bling on here. And I'm just going to add 3 of them, just kind of randomly. I'll put that one there. And that is our card. So don't forget that the Pansy Patch bundle is only a bundle until May 2nd. If you would like to purchase that bundle, you can shop the link in the description of this video and search for it in my online store. And if you do shop with me, use April's host code. You will get 4 free card tutorials with every order in my online store. And orders over $50 this month get a free mystery gift, and it's really, really good. It's from the new catalog. I know none of you have it yet. So if you spend $50 with me, use this host code and you will get that mystery gift in May. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked this project, you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see new videos from me every week. I hope you guys enjoy Mother's Day week. I will be posting more Mother's Day projects on my Facebook, my Instagram, my blog, so stay tuned. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you next time.